Hi guys, and welcome back to another video for your NXT review from last night's edition of NXT. So we start off the show with Robert Owen talking to Shiloh Hill and Tatum Patsway. Shiloh Hill says he wants to go over Austin the Gauntlet. He wants a number one on entry. Tatum Patsway, um, Tatum Patsway wants to know where Billy McEnroe is. Shiloh Howe said he'd agreed to help Tatum Paxley. He down and tracked down Bill Aikman in the role. So that's fine. Josh Higgs comes into the shot and he asks Owen have a big time to talk to you. Stone kind of was him off. He's getting pissed off that he's not getting any opportunities. Then we get to our first match of the night, which was actually pretty good, guys. It was Rensing here in Kendall Gray up against Tony Reid and Fallon Henry. Of course, last time out we saw Sinclair win the women's speed title in their hometown of Houston, Texas. Then Fatal Influence come out with JCJ and have or ranked UCC and get pretty good to the action. Both um both order and do are over like hell. They're in one action getting can't go all wrong with a bit of getting eyes. That's my football allegiance coming through, even though my team are shite this season. But then Fatal Influence come out and Victor Joseph mentions during the match that not only does Amy Reid have to prove ourselves, but Fatal Influence aren't unmatching here. So this kind of suggests that there's the tension in the behind. So obviously that kind of is out last week after Fallon lost to the women's speed championship. So again, I like this. This is kind of reinforcing the point that there is the ascension. Um, but yeah, so yeah, pretty good match. The Orange see start off pretty strong. Fatal Influence take control when the show goes to break. Of course, if you're on the for extra CJ and getting involved, you guys in the States are on ad break, unfortunately. But this I thought is a good rank you UCC would then on and eventually get them in I both for Ross Ambre car in the final and Kata mutilation on any readers in the crowd or some break off from Kendall Ray and Orange got foul in the final and Kata mutilation. They both referee called for the bell. I think it was Ren and Fallon that were are the two eagle wrestlers. But in any case, the referee calls for the bell, so that's fine. Then it's Endel getting them. Like she says she's coming for the NXT Women's Championship standing till ever JC's all concerned. And you've got Fatal Influence who can ask for hereafter. Two of its members have been put in submission holds. Then Will have Ice comes out and she says, I Gary, if he can do NXT, it's a new woman to the on the division. Um, but she wants to become the wants to become the first Cuban American NXT Women's Champion at standing till ever. Albert Stone um, makes a match between the two for Robert Stone makes a match between the two New York for next to find out who the uh, who the number 1 contender will be. Uh, at least I think that's at least I think that's what uh, uh as I could be wrong, it could be standing deliver. Let me check. Um, but yeah, I did. But yeah, I did hear New York. Um, so get back to this. Where are we? Again. Yeah, I think I heard New. I think I heard New York actually, but we'll just check the Wikipedia as well. First hand and the for 2026. Stand and deliver. Help if I actually put NXT. Guys, that comes up on movie. Um, so yeah. Uh, um, so no, it's actually yeah, triple threat match standing door. Ever my fault. These guys Robert told me it's a triple threat. Um, So yeah, that's fine. Um, but but yeah, that's that. End of segment, I guess. So it's a triple threat match, guys. I don't know why I was getting confused. Here, there's a big special episode in New York, but yeah, um, so I was getting confused with that. At least it's a triple threat match. All three women are good. So yeah, um, so yeah, at least we've solved that mystery. That must have slipped my mind to be, and I was watching. Um, yes, kill. I need to order and defeat yeah, hail by your insult finish. She said just before the match, there ain't no ages tapping out to see. Yeah, yeah, Hale has a new if there's Ed, uh, um, if the red sort of aisle outside, uh, man of here, so yeah, so it's a new, oh, so it's more of that's the Joseph, but lines up the fact to Oculus. Annie Jordan said to us to eat the kill. Annie said that Ian needs to drop the nice arrow act and become more vicious. Chucky, he says, well, this is coming from a former world champion, of course, is still Annie Jordan as a former TNA knockouts, world champion. She's also held the NXT Women's North American championship. So yeah, so yeah, the as that as well notable. Um, uh, yeah, yeah, notable. Moments with kind of covered. Uh, of course, yeah, Hale didn't even get an entrance, which is kind of weird. As with other, um, as of other Shiloh or Hill offer her to help Tatum back, so he uh, uh, and well, Aikman Rose Asian and the Women's North American Championship over at Sheffield right now. Yeah, so that's fine. Ethan Page and Ricky Saints are back in the locker room, and and they're arguing over who should get the draw up against them Joe injury after Ricky Saints takes care of um to only D'Angelo. Obviously there's the tension within that the friendship, although it's more of a temporary irons because it's been on the rocks for a while. Um, so yeah, so yeah, obviously Ethan brings up the fact that he was the one that pinned Joe in the tag, um, Joe actually, um, Joe actually, he says you to figure it out. I'm more worried about Tony D'Angelo's issue was up. The two continue to orbit a company, um, but even the company is directly out to the inside the way or on, so that's fine. Um, then we get Jackson. Then we get Shiloh O'Hill and Jackson Drake from Vanity Project out for us for the Gauntlet. Um, for the Gauntlet. At, um, for the Gauntlet match. Shiloh. Shiloh O'Hill gets a good amount of offense, and the way that's gone a little up skies is that the way that's gone a little up skies is that the eliminations just happened and scheduled intervals. I thought like that gauntlet would up the traditional way you pin one guy, he goes back to the or room exit. Who am I to um who am I to judge guys? But in any case, Bale or Hill come out first. Um, and obviously, um, and obviously and it's Dion and Charlie say um Charlie Dempsey and Johnny Gargano. The first eliminated was obviously the first eliminated was Ian Enox as obviously um as obviously um as obviously he gets taken out by OEM kind of a up stomp from Bronco into the broken barricade after Price puts him through it. Um, um, so, yeah, that's him eliminated Jackson by Shiloh O'Hill off the neck breaker onto his toss again neck breaker to neck breaker also to Jackson Drake, which means Drake's eliminated no more. So no more of an anti-project in this match, which makes me absolutely delighted. Charlie Dempsey then eliminated as some good spots before Drake was eliminated. Dempsey and Hill who had him in a double knee or Charlie Dempsey eliminated again by Shiloh. or how, but um the rest of the buff right were at the inside. So Charlie Dempsey and Charlie Dempsey and off right take out Shiloh O'Hill. Of course, you get Johnny Gargano still in the sort of manic depressive state, which was still quite funny. And throughout the match, he was rolled into the other side to the ring to lie face for Austin, even at one point he was lying face first in the barricade. To this was after the loss to over Femi, so it just shows you how many weeks that's been going on. Candice LeRae, before Gargano came out, said she tried everything to get Johnny Gargano out this date, so that's why he's back in the match. Um, of course, she shoves Johnny Gargano onto the dead for Heights Shile Ohio, and Johnny Gargano gets the three count and goes on to challenge Miles Born that's standing deliver. Again, Gargano didn't get any offense in, um, so I don't know how this match is going to go. Uh, I guess it was kind of funny to see him get a full rookie win, but other than that, guys, they really didn't do him much apart from a few comedy spots. So this really isn't a very good look. After the match, you get a pre-tape promo from Jasper I promising to get the victory, promising to get the victory over um Yano. Harvard after Harvard crashed Booker T's celebration last week. Robert Stone and Emma Robert Stone continues to eat the backstage to and continues to find the requests for somebody to and to referee the match. As the referee, he's said to be don't want any part of this match. Obviously, Josh where eggs would obviously Josh eggs would say he would referee it as he's not getting any opportunities. He's not intimidated by either of the person. He actually says that to Keanu Harvard, but Keanu was like as trying to intimidate him, but Briggs doesn't. Hodge will also get Jada Parker. Um, he also get one actually say that he gives Jada Parker a match with Killer Annie Jordan next week in New York. I have a feeling that that's what I was getting mixed up with, but in any case, that'll be good match. Jada probably needs a win after all, losing to Bill Aikman the role. Um, but yeah, so then we get Io and rival Los Americanos who'd oh, is illegal for Lord and Elaine Knight who were attacked at the start of the show, which I forgot to mention from on in the night. So then it's Los Americanos up against up against them Vanson's years and conspicuous by his absence around the Americano, the Ludwig Eiser version isn't a ringside. Um, isn't at my ringside, but Los Americanos take the match after a phone call from Robert Stone. They get a babyface reaction and then of course it's former NXT alumni Tyler and Pete on under the masks. Obviously, Pete Dunne's Io para Avo's Tyler albeit or the Io as I've said before is the red mask, Bravo's the but so yeah, Anson Spears took control very early on. Uninvolved Angel was actually say as a demo would want to be out here, but our mental state from was to be age match probably isn't right. That's why she's not out here. Any case, a lot of power moves from and good tag wrestling again, but Los Americanos get the victory by the steel off load up their asses and they get the freak out and they move on to face the Vanity Project. And I don't hear that Los Americanos are a main roster team or they appear and Triple A. He just gets a tag belts of Vanity Project. Because honestly I can't stand the trio and Los Americanos do actually work as a babyface Joe and Mexico they go nuts for or the trio the heels in the main roster but they kinda get babyface reactions in NXT. So it might be worth considering just to turn them babyface in all three brands, but yeah, I don't think they're going to do that for the main roster though. It should half it should half fill in anyway. They move on and face some Price, Wilson, Brad Bale. Or who is obviously and who is obviously part of and who's obviously part of a vanity project who I can't stand. Or I use a outfit was kinda similar to Uriman's um which I thought was a nice touch. Tatum Patsley finds people Aikman in a row after Armour in a row is featured um, is featured in a hotel talking to the NXT Women's North American Championship. She goes, "Oh, that'll be man." And so, listen, like, Kate, I'm coming from to I told next week, and she almost the meeting there external warning. I the next segment obviously is only D'Angelo up against um up against Derek Saints. He's accompanied by Ethan Page. Ethan Page takes the pass out of Ricky Saints, who also there's this engine. Yeah, so this match, yeah, so this match ends in a ends in a ends in a after our Ethan Page gets involved, um, after Ethan Page gets involved, Emma Spear takes out um 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 Spear takes out D'Angelo before the disqualification. Ethan Page gets involved. D'Angelo tried to slam Page. Heel um the heels trying assault D'Angelo. The Angel Henry comes in, saves the day, kill Year's house, the and then as Tony D'Angelo a standing ovation choke slam. An excellent an excellent segment. Of course, that would lead to Robert Stone actually say he's had enough. Let's make this a fatal four-way match. Of course, D'Angelo ends by disqualification. You know how I feel about is, so I might have to deduct a few marks in the previous war for that one, but that is your NXT guys. Good, very good episode here. Of course, we get more confirmations for NXT stand and deliver. Your stand and deliver card are as follows. Vanity as follows. Vanity Project for else. Uh, yeah. So it's the final. Oh, sorry. So it's the tag team championship title match. Sorry, I got a bit confused during the tag team title um tournament match. But yeah, so it'll be a triple threat um match for the tag titles. You get Channing starts with Lorenzo and Uriah Connors from the off right in there along um along with Uriah Connors and Orion Eric I know sure that'll be. I'm I'm not sure if that'll be a pre-show match because obviously it says here and there's also is Vanity Project. Alright, so it's a all fire to see who goes on to face the tag champs. That's very confusing. Um, then it's Miles on versus Miles on versus Johnny Gargano. I know for the NXT team ends North American Championship. Um, JCJ and Kendall um, uh, alright, so Stanton delivers not until next week. He can use or guys, I do apologize. I'm ruining this segment of the video, but yeah, so it's not a triple threat. It's it's and that will all be decided in New York. Sorry. Well, on segment, I do actually want to ring up his OTM have challenged the Heart status. X-Man Mike Santana, the TNA World Heavyweight Champion, will be the tag partner, so they called in favours here, so yeah, that'll be that. Soul versus Zaria is confirmed. Joe Hendry versus Ricky Saint versus Ethan Page versus Tony D'Angelo Fatal all the way for the NXT Championship also confirmed. And yeah, it's just um it's just the tag title match and the women's NXT Championship match to be confirmed. So yeah, that'll be the. Sorry for the confusion here. It just seemed a bit weird, but yeah. Overall, guys, I'm gonna give this probably around. Well, let's give this episode an 8. To be honest, gonna take I'm gonna take a couple of parts off for the disqualification finish. Um, yeah, so I think 8 out of 10 ends probably a bit here. Of course, the two, um, of course, the two number one contendership matches will take place on the New York special episode next week. Of course, Monday Night Raw is at MSG, and I think NXT will be downstairs on the ground for, or if I'm correct, actually, um, so that'll be maybe yeah the NXT episode is, but overall, guys, 8 out of 10, a fair result. As we continue the build to stand until ever, and yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you back here for another video at some point. And yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments section. I I would actually say that the solar uh, 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 that the solar curtains are segment where the kind of Joe also back and forth the area surgery to more opportunities and so is trying to say that I've always is tried support his area out to them was the longer of the she kinda got more on the baby face action so struggled in that segment guys it really wasn't a great segment. It's a shame I like Solica so again I need 10 guys. Usually NXT is around maybe an 8.5 or a 9 most weeks, but those two segments of the skill qualification finishing that segment were a bit on so yeah, we'll 8 and that's where we'll Eva so really didn't solely is struggled with per segment. I'm sorry if I forgot to mention that, but obviously she mentions the fact that she was picked for her John Cena as retirement night at Saturday night's main event, etc. And she's always tried to vouch for the Arias, and she was just viewed as Soul's partner rather than Aria, and she sent an outstanding deliver, outstanding deliver. She was going to take everything from Soul uh, and the crowd were more in, and the crowd were more in favour for the area, so we'll see what happens. Yeah, maybe I did a turn as the way it actually. Oh, but yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. So on a special, eh, um, and I'll see you over very soon. And I'm not hating and so rude. It was just it was just the way the crowd reacted to the exchange. But yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. And this has been your NXT review, and I'll see you all very soon. Well, like, share, and subscribe.